A few months back, a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, suggested to me that I once and for all get a big boy practice pad. Well, I did. And we're going to talk about that today. Hi, I'm Patrick Ryan. You might have seen me if you've been to this channel before, probably because I'm one of the only people that appears on this channel. I have a podcast that I use to talk to friends and sometimes family about life and how hard it is and all that jazz. And one of my guests, Rich, I don't remember if it was in a podcast or if it was in the live AMA that I did, but my buddy Rich one day suggested that I finally wake up and get a big boy pad. And because I've had the same pad since like 7th grade, like 1995, I think is when I bought that pad. So almost 30 years I've had that pad. It's a real feel. The old school double-sided. It's like split in half, right? The one half is like the soft rubbery junk, and then the other half is like kind of the hard black rubber. It's an old school real feel before Evans bought them. So Rich tells me, he's like, it's time. You need to get a big boy pad. And I'm like, okay, I'll start looking, right? So I started looking. There's a lot of practice pads out there now, especially now. There's a lot of companies out there making really cool products. And I was searching really hard. Like, I spent a lot of time researching, which is what I do. And part of the reason why I did that is because I love a really well-made product. Something I've discovered over the 30 some odd years I've been on this planet is that I love a well-made product, and I want it to last a long time. And I want it to be, ideally, I'd love it to be made here in America. And I don't mind spending extra money for that. Whether that's, clothing or, stuff for the house, I don't care. I will spend a little extra money. I'll save, I'll wait. And so that's what I did. I started researching and trying to find a good product that was hopefully made here in America, and I found one. One of my friends, Doug, he wrote a book called Super Hands, and he was posting videos, I think he was playing excerpts from Super Hands, and he was having students play excerpts, and he was, doing all kinds of stuff, and he had this pad, and it looked beautiful. It looked handmade, and it looked, like a lifetime piece, like you buy it for life and you have it forever kind of thing. And most pads are like that, granted, but they're factory made and they're, and I was like, man, look at that thing. It looks amazing. It was essentially, the first thing I thought was like, man, it's so thick. I love how thick it is, and I love the way it sounds. Like, it has that wood sound, and like, it's not necessarily meant to be quiet, which is a big reason why I bought my first practice pad, is because my parents wanted something quiet, which is why we got the real feel. And anyway, I saw my friend Doug playing this pad on these videos. I was like, what the fuck? What is that pad? I need that pad. It looks gorgeous. What is it? I need to find out about it. And I don't remember how I found out about it. Maybe they had been tagged in the video, or I don't remember what it was. But I somehow found that it was Beetle. It was a Beetle Percussion pad. And so I went to the website and I started looking around, and I was like, holy crap, these things are cool. Not only are they cool, but they're made in America, and they're made from wood that has been basically murdered by beetles. These beetles are destroying trees in, I think, Colorado, right? And after they destroy them, they leave like this, they kind of like colorize the pine, and it makes this interesting thing, but it kills the tree, and so all these trees are dying and dead. And so what Beetle did was they were like, hey, we'll take that wood and we'll do something cool with it. And they did. They started making practice pads. I think they're starting to make sleigh bells now. They're doing all kinds of cool shit. And as I kept reading on the website, I found out that not only is the wood sustainably sourced, but so is the playing surface. The playing surface is actually tires. It's recycled tires. Here's the thing, by the way. It's right here. I have it with me. Tires. And I'm like, holy crap. this is exactly what I'm looking for. It's made in America. It's sustainable. It's beautiful. It's handmade. All right, I got to pull the trigger on this thing. And about a month later, they went on sale. Damn it. That's okay. But yeah, I placed the order, and then began the waiting process, because I was actually following them on Instagram, and I could see that they were in the process of making the product, which, again, I love this. I love that it's not, I'm ordering it and some factory somewhere in the other part of the world, you know, cranks out a thing and then ships it to me 2 days later. I mean, that's nice, it's convenient, but for the product that I'm getting, I don't mind waiting, because some dude somewhere else in this country saw my order come in and was like, oh, I gotta make a pad. And then he goes, oh shit, I don't have any wood. Maybe I should go get some more wood. Like, he took time to go do the thing and then handcrafted a bunch of these things and finally sent them out. That's what I'm talking about. I love it. Anyway, so I waited for a while, and finally the thing comes in on Christmas Eve, actually, which was too exciting. I could not put it under the tree. I didn't put it under the tree. I opened it immediately, and it was beautifully packaged. It was in a box. The tape that covered the, that sealed the package up said Beetle Percussion. It was all branded. Open it up, and the pad is wrapped like like when you go to the deli in the 1950s and the dude wraps it in paper and then puts like string around it. That's what they did. They had it in paper with string around it, and it was wrapped gorgeously, and it had all this, packing material in there to keep it from sliding around and getting banged up. Beautiful. And along with it, by the way, I mentioned earlier that I had followed them on Instagram, and I kind of got excited when they started posting about them making pads. And I said, when's it going to be ready? I just ordered mine a couple months ago. Like, how long do I have to wait? When's it coming? And they DM'd me back, and, we briefly had a nice little exchange. And I was all excited. And so I opened the package up, beautifully packaged. And first and foremost, I see the sticker. They left me a sticker, which is badass. I'm going to put it in someplace awesome so I can have it forever. But also, they had left a handwritten note, which is fantastic. Yet again, another thing that companies don't do, especially if it's a mass-produced thing that you order from another country. They don't do that. They just pull one off the shelf and they send it to you, and then that's it, right? This guy took the time to write me a handwritten note. And it's personal. It's not like, thanks for ordering a pad. Sorry, the light's changing. The sun keeps moving around. It's not like, thanks for ordering a pad, Beetle. No, this is it has my name. Thanks for waiting so long. I'm honored that you chose Beetle. There are so many amazing pads out there, which there really are. There are some really awesome pads out there. And then he goes, love your videos. Nervously awaiting your pad review. Hope you dig it. Fuck, I've never done a review before. I've only ever done interview stuff on my podcast. So I was like, I got the gear, I got the equipment. I love talking about drums. Fuck it, we'll do a pad review. Why don't we check out some beautiful B-roll of this awesome, gorgeous pad? All right, so how does it feel and how does it sound? Well, I've got it set up on a stand. I've got an SM57 pointed at it. I don't even know if it's in a great spot. I just kind of pointed it where I would point it for a snare drum. So SM57 going into the SSL, headed straight into the computer, and I've got a pair of Paul Rennick's FSPR, the originals. They don't even say PR1 because I've had these that long. They were giving them to us because I marched with Paul for 3, 4, I don't remember, a lot of years. Basically, '01 to '04-ish. UNT, Phantom Regiment, Carolina Crown, 2002. How about that? So anyway, I got a pair of FSPRs, OGs. I got a few other choices over here that we're gonna listen to and see what they sound like. I'm telling you, this thing sounds fantastic. Oh. Dude, so it's got plenty of rebound right here in the center. It sounds fantastic. I love the sound of that thick wood. You know, you can get practice pads that are made out of wood, but usually it's that fiber stuff. It's like MDF, but like cheaper. Like my Real Feel, I don't have it with me. My Real Feel is made out of like an MDF, but it's like thicker pieces of wood that are glued together instead of like sawdust. So it's not really dense MDF. It's just like a fiberboard or something. I don't know. I don't know. But solid pine, 1.5 inch thick. Dude, it feels fantastic. Plenty of rebound. It's not lying to me, I don't feel like. I don't feel like this thing is giving me an unfair amount of rebound. I feel like it's giving me a good amount of rebound. And I think that has to do with not just the playing surface, but the thickness of the pine. So the thickness of the pine contributes to how much rebound you're getting. If you've ever played on bare wood, like I used to do a lot, we used to say back in the day that wood doesn't lie. So if you're going to play with another person on a piece of bare wood and you play together and you can play clean on that piece of wood, the wood don't lie. So that's what I like about it. I like how it has that nice, sharp, crisp sound, but it also has a little bit of resonance to it. That's what I was saying. This is like an instrument, right? It feels fantastic. So when you go out to the edge, I mean, it feels good. When you go out to the edge, it doesn't have as much rebound, but that's kind of what happens on some. I mean, no. I was going to say that it doesn't rebound much on drums, but it kind of does because you get more tension the closer to the edge. It gets a little more reboundy. This doesn't do that, and I think it's fine because, I mean, really what you're doing when you get to the edge on a practice pad is you're just practicing the motion of getting out to the edge, coming back to it, coming back to the center. So, I mean, for purposes of moving and playing, it's fine. It doesn't rebound a ton, only because I think that's more of a physics thing. Like you get to the edge of the thing and it's gonna wobble a little more, it microscopically wobble. If you could zoom in and see it and put it in super slow mo, it's gonna wobble kind of like a cymbal. Like you see a cymbal wobble like this. The edge of the pad does the same thing, so you don't get as much rebound. But I don't really care because for the vast majority of things that you play, it's gonna be in the center, and the center feels fantastic. Ooh. So the thing that they put on their website is they say that you're going to hear inconsistencies between your hand and hand, right? Like that's exactly what part of playing on wood is. When you play on wood with wooden sticks, you're going to hear inconsistencies between the weights of your sticks, right? Like if your sticks are perfectly matched, then you're off to a good start, right? Like that you have a better chance of having perfect hand-to-hand sound. Now the other factor in that equation is how much hand is on the stick, which gets even harder when you're playing traditional grip because now you've got two different weight, amounts of meat on the stick, right? Like on my right hand, I've got a ton of meat. On my left hand, not so much, right? So it makes it really hard. I don't know if you can hear it in the microphone, but it's hard. And yeah, this pad does not lie. All right, let's try something different. The FSPRs, my favorite sticks ever, but I'm biased. Let's try, I brought some Deluches. Y'all ever heard of Deluches? Some of you might have heard of Deluches. More recently, they've been called Vic Firth Magnums. Magnums. No, these are Deluches, man. Old school. I bought these back in the day. If you can't see it, but it's rubbed off now. But the old Vic Firth logo is written in white, and you can barely see a little bit of Dennis DeLucci's signature on there. These are the Deluches, not the Magnums. Ooh. Wow. So even with a heavier stick, you get, I mean, as expected, with a heavier stick, I'm going to get a slight bit more rebound just because there's more energy, but holy moly, this thing feels good. All right, Hardimans, let's see if Hardimans feel any different. These are a really old pair. I don't buy drumsticks. I do for drum set because I chew through them quickly, but I haven't bought a pair of marching sticks in almost 20 years just because they're always been given to me. These ones are an old pair of Hardimans, probably last used in 2003 when I marched with Phantom Regiment. They're not a good pair. They're pretty low pitched, but they're pretty well matched. Let's see how they sound. Not bad, not bad. Feels good. About the same on the edge. Hardimans, eh. I even have a DC-10, Rob Carson, Pro Mark, DC-10, Rob Carson. Bought this when I was in like 7th grade. The other one, the other one's broke. I don't know what happened to it. I don't remember, but I used them once and it broke and I regretted it. But this one's a nylon tip DC-10. What you know about that? Let's see what it sounds like. That's a weird sound. These are really short sticks. Just for show. That was fun. All right. Last pair. I've got a pair of Cooperman Graham C. Johns 1s. Ooh, not bad. Coopermans are supposed to be matched by weight. Pretty close. Oh, this one's got multiple pitches in it. These are really old. Buzz rolls. On the edge. Not too bad, not too bad. Back to the old PRs. Not too shabby. Not too bad. This thing feels really good. I love the way it sounds. I'm in love with the way it sounds. Love the way it sounds. You hear that? Love the way it sounds. I mean, that's the main reason why I got it. I saw my friend Doug playing it. It sounded fantastic. It looked fantastic. And upon further investigation, it actually is fantastic. Well worth the money. And let's see what it sounds like for all you IG drummers out there. I'm telling you, it feels fantastic. I mean, I've been drumming for a very long time. It feels really good. I don't feel like it's lying to me. I don't feel like it's giving me any kind of unexpected rebound. I don't think it's giving me not enough rebound. I think it's giving me just the right amount of rebound. Like I said, I think it has to do a lot with the playing surface and how thick it is, but also how thick the wood is. You get a lot of response from that wood, and I love the sound of it. So how much is this thing? That's the thing, right? This thing is kind of expensive. $95 for one of these pads. But you know what? It's handcrafted right here in America. All the materials are sourced here. The wood's from Colorado. The tire playing surfaces, I think they said from California. It's all recycled tires. I don't know about the leather. Probably. I'm willing to bet that they sourced the leather as well. But I mean, dude, $95. It's a bit of a hit to the wallet, but you're getting a quality product. And you know what? For me, $95 is a small price to pay for something that you're going to have for a lifetime, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it. I mean, I had my Real Feel for almost 30 years, and it lasted. So there's a good chance this is going to last even longer. I could probably hand this down to my kids if they ever decide that they want to play drums, which I doubt they will because they haven't shown any interest. So, do I recommend this pad? Yes, I do. Should you get it for a beginner? That's up to you. If you want to spend $100 on a practice pad for someone who might not keep playing drums for the rest of their life, you go for it. Me personally, get them a Real Feel, get them something super cheap, and if they love it after a couple of years, or even if they get into like college and they make it into music major and all that jazz, yeah, maybe get them a nice, beautiful pad like this. I mean, it's gorgeous, and it's 100% worth the money. So, there it is, my first review. Cheers. Bye. Is that how you do it? That's how everybody does it? All the cool YouTubers, they all go like that? You thought that was going to be the end of the video, didn't you? I don't even know how to end this video because I've never fucking done one before. How about that? Should I be cussing in a review video? You know what? I don't care. I don't care. This is my video. Y'all can just do what you do. Buy the pad. Buy the pad. It's beautiful. No, this isn't sponsored. Yet. That's it.